you could have marched up in there, caused a big scene, did this whole thing. That's like how my dad would handle it. Like, just, he made it loud and proud and clear. And she's upset that you silently just pulled out and walked the other way. And then she has the audacity to call me.
Do you know where we're at? We have a big surprise for La'a right now. Good morning, guys. What is your surprise? Do you know? If you had one guess.
City.
You know it's Kid City?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because.
Because how?
Because one time you take me and I saw the dog and then I saw this dog too. Saw two dogs.
You know where we're at from the parking lot too, huh? I thought I could trick you all the way till we got there. You're too good. Shoes in your mess. Shoes in your mess.
Mommy, when we go in, we don't need to.
I love. My sister is the type of person that like literally one thing could go off about me being a mom and she like will freak out like you're gonna kill your child. Is this the newborn insert? No, it's not the newborn insert. Who was wrong? You scared me. Wait, I just spilled coffee all down my shirt. Here's my diapers. I'm a third mom. I just get the diapers from the back of the seat. We just got here and I literally just spilled coffee and I'm so sad. It looks like milk. It just opened at 10 and that's why this line is insane, but this line goes so slow. You have to like sign a waiver and just, oh my goodness. So we'll be here for the next 10-20 minutes. We tried to get here early and mom life. Literally, we make it at the time of our appointment. They're like the best boys.
Here, let's try and see if the key works. No, you gotta use the key. Like this and put it on there.
Did it work?
Yes.
Yeah! Good
Hey guys,
job.
take your shoes off. Done. It was so fun. I love Kid City, like don't get me wrong, but the people there are extreme. Everywhere our kids go, like if they have a toy in one section, they want to control them and make them keep certain toys in certain areas, and this is just like a giant playroom, right? And Mace will literally be playing with something, or Tamaya or whatever, and they'll come, like if they just put it down, they'll come pick it up, clean it and put it back. And it's like our kids
within immediate, like I'm talking 3 seconds.
With the kids still standing there. And then like Tamaya was like taking the stroller around and like he kept getting scolded to bring it back. Like she was literally controlling where he was. And I swear your son cried, I think, the whole time. No matter where I was in that place. This place is huge, 2 stories. I could hear your son screaming the whole time.
Because he was in timeout a lot.
Why was he in timeout? Tell them what happened.
He just keeps going to the hand sanitizer and pressing the elevator button and trying to go down the stairs and trying to get into the elevator. So I redirected him probably like 1,000 times, and so I had to have some sort of consequence. So I just sit him in a chair and I just look away and he cries, and then when he calms down, I tell him no touching the...
She
like
really
100 times.
sticks through it, like what she says go. So if she tells him no touching this or you're gonna be put there, she really will put him there and let him scream it out. So it was just a very interesting time.
Really, what they told me today was the same guy, the one that was helping us in the place.
Oh, I got scolded from him too.
He goes, oh, he didn't scold me though. He goes, do you know where you can change him if he needs a diaper change? And I was like,
Why did you change him anywhere?
no.
Okay.
But it was just kind of weird, like,
Yeah.
how to explain it. Like, the vibe of it was like, you better not be changing him up here.
He told me, he came up to me after I slid down the slide with La'a and told me, oh, sorry, no adult allowed to go down our slide. It's like you're allowed to climb to the top of the play place, push your child down the slide, and then you have to walk back. I don't get it. I don't get it. And so anyways, we just made it back to our small little town. We're gonna go and grab lunch, and then it's almost time to pick up Ayla from school. It eats us the whole day because this play place of where we go is like on the other side of our mountain.
5 minutes away.
It's super far. So we drove back home to our side. That way Tamaya could get a nice little nap in. And we've been letting him sleep, but it's officially time to wake him up and get something to eat. Okay, so for lunch, I got a kale salad. This is a sweet potato salad with veggies, a spicy tofu, which is supposed to be like poke. And then we have these seaweed wraps. I also got watermelon and pizza. And then Mace. I literally just want to eat my food in peace, and then I'll take you guys all on, okay? Yeah? Yeah? Say hi, guys. You say hi? Bye-bye. Oh, you were doing all done. All done. You say all done. Ayla goes, bye-bye. Good boy. That's my good boy. Bye-bye. Okay, we are home. I picked up Ayla from school. She had such an amazing day. They actually had a movie day today. We're getting his chair. Ayla said that she heard Mace up, so I went and got him, and he was still sound asleep. So he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, huh? Hello, oh my goodness. Do I have a call for you, a story?
What?
You
What?
I got a call today. I'll let you like shower and stuff, and I'll tell you when little ears are not listening.
Okay.
Kiko, I just came from the
I
dentist.
can't feel this whole part of my face. No, it's not everything to
I
get
cannot.
your pinches out. Just like pinch right here as hard as you can. Just like with all your pressure and all your might. Come on.
You guys, Kikoi is the weirdest,
No, you can't-
weirdest,
I
like
can't
hands
feel it.
down,
I can't
the
feel
weirdest person in the whole world. When he has a bruise, he asks me if I can poke his bruise because he likes the way it feels.
Feels good.
You are so weird. Like,
It really does feel good. This one I can't feel it.
look at how fast he ate all those raspberries. That little boy devours it. When I'm about to tell Kikoa, I got a call from her other school. If you guys didn't watch that video, I'll post it down below. I had pulled Ayla out of another school that she was in. It has all the details there. I don't really want to talk about it again. But I got a call from the principal. She saw my video, and it was the weirdest phone call of my life. So I'm gonna literally fill you guys all in. But side note, every single day Ayla has something new at her new summer school, whether it's show and tell. They're having like a Mario Kart racing day. They had like this organization come and do like a whole physical fitness test on them. Like every single day she has something so cool and so fun. So I'm so excited for her. Okay, let's get him another snack. Let's feel these mangoes. Alright, so this is how we cut a mango here in Hawaii. Thought he could just hold the whole seed, but and then we'll do this one.
It's mango season, baby. You guys, do I have a story for you tonight? I don't know why I keep running into such weird things. Like, this month has been such a weird month for me. Kiko is gonna come join. To be honest, you guys, I've already told Kiko, I explained to Kiko the whole thing, the whole story. I was just feeling like I was just done wrong. I needed to tell Kiko. I've actually talked to Kiko. I've talked to my dad and my sister. It all started at around 12 p.m. when I was at Down to Earth. We were getting lunch. The spot you guys just saw us getting lunch. I was dealing with 3 extremely just crazy babies wanting to eat. We literally had our hands filled, and I got a call. And it said Ayla's summer school. And I don't remember if I saved her old school as Ayla's summer school or her new school. So I answered immediately because I didn't know if it was her school that she's at right now that, you know, was calling to tell me something happened.
Like an emergency, like she broke her leg or something.
Yeah.
Or her arm.
And this first sentence that came out of this lady's mouth was, holy crap, something's wrong with Ayla. She was so just... okay.
How was that?
Okay, wait. I need to rewind a second.
She said, so
she said, hi. No, she goes... she said, hi. This is da-da-da from school.
And you knew that?
I could tell instantly from that first sentence that she was upset.
Of course.
I go, oh, hi. Like, I instantly come in defense, confident mama. Hi. Yeah, thanks for calling, actually. I've been meaning to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about an incident that I've been very upset about. And she goes, oh, good. I'm so glad we're on the same page here. That's what she says to me. She's like, oh, good. I'm so glad. But not like that. Like, oh, we're on the same page. It was like she was very...
ready to scrap.
She was upset. She was like, oh, good. I'm so glad we're on the same page. Like, very just... her energy was at a 10, okay? Mind you, standing there, I was holding Maze. I was holding something else in my hand, answering the phone. After I hear her first sentence, Tasha's pushing the double stroller, I hand her Mace and I walk away. So the whole time I'm standing in one aisle of vitamins and Tasha is probably to that coffee machine and I could hear all 3 kids just going at it the whole conversation.
Isn't it 4 kids?
No, Ayla was at school.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it very clear from the very beginning. I've thought about how I'm going to talk about this, if I should even talk about it, and I'm not here looking for problems. I'm not here to try and put the other school down, and I'm not sure what this lady knows about me. She obviously watched my video, and I'm going to explain more into detail about that, and how I know she watched my video posted. But I just want... what I do here is I love to inspire moms. I love to share my raw truths in motherhood. I think that I go through such crazy things as you at home watching this also goes through it. And I just think that it's so important to share and relate with just the craziness of your kids going to school and doctors, and I'm sharing my journey in the most raw, open, unapologetic way. When I shared this experience in the very beginning, it wasn't to put this school down. You guys have no I've never, not one time on Instagram, social media, anywhere this where she went. Still to this day, I never dropped any names. I never gave any private information. This school is nowhere near my house and in my district. I feel I'm a really strong person. Like, I genuinely feel I'm strong and I have an army behind me of strong women. I feel like some people watching this maybe not have the same type of voice I have and not, the same understanding. And something I've noticed becoming an adult is people walk all over you. And if you're not loud, clear, proud, you will get walked over in this life. And so me sharing my experience in the very beginning was to share crap moments that happened to me in a very unapologetic, raw way. Stop me if I'm not making sense at any time.
No.
Sometimes I just ramble when I listen to myself back. I'm like, what was I even saying there?
No, I get exactly what you mean.
I wanted to have I was going to show up at the school. Like, I genuinely wanted to speak to her. The lifeguard that did me wrong.
Because that was her last day. That was Ayla's last day. So she hasn't had a chance to go back and talk. You haven't had a chance to go back and talk to her yet.
And I genuinely wanted it to be like a very serious talk because, but given that, take that all away of the school, dealing with that's behind the scenes, that's the messy part, that's not what I wanted to bring on here. I just wanted to be the voice for mamas that maybe see something like that in their life, and it's just like, because to be honest, during the field trip, there were some moments where I was like, am I just overthinking how extreme this is? And it wasn't until after I had spoke to that dad that it really gave me like that push that what just happened was not okay. And then he gave me so much insights on other situations that I didn't bring up with you guys that
didn't even know
happened at the school that
you
you
didn't even know.
What?
Like, he brought up things that you didn't even know.
I did know.
Oh, you knew about all this stuff?
I knew things, but I didn't know the reason behind it.
Oh.
Like, one day they just texted us and canceled school.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, blah, 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 we canceled. They literally gave us 24-hour notice. And I thought to myself, thank goodness I work from home and, I'm with my kids. But I literally thought about other parents. Like, you can't just find a sitter in 24-hour notice, especially when it's school. It's not to bash your school. And I made that very clear in this conversation. I'm about to explain the whole conversation. I'm so sorry for this long run-on intro. But I just want to make it clear that I'm not out here looking for trouble, and I'm just here to inspire, to share my journey in motherhood, how I'm navigating it, how I'm dealing with it, what happens, bizarre situations, because life is so freaking weird. And this whole month I've had so many bizarre situations. Like, that lifeguard situation will scar me forever. Like, just thinking, like today I was wearing a crop top at Kid City, and I thought, like, are they going to tell me I need to, like, cover up? Like, I just felt I feel very, like, in my head and just, so yeah, that's the point of this. And the reason why I'm sharing.
So bad.
Don't. I just.
For women.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. I just want to encourage people to stand up for themselves. You may be told one thing from someone, and even this principal, she's a very high up authority, and what she did to me, and I know she's watching this, and I truly, we ended the conversation on such a good note, and I truly am not here to bash you, and I will never publicly say who you are or anything, and I know you just mean well, and you just wish that I came to you in a private manner and solved it, but you have to understand who I am and what I do, and I'm here to inspire moms, women, dads, people. I'm here to inspire the people, because the call that you gave me was not right. It just wasn't right in the beginning of how it went. So here's the call. She's like, oh, good, glad we're on the same page. So, and my heart was beating, and I was like, oh my God, like, she's upset. She saw my video. I instantly knew, like, I got the vibe, I got the gist. What I should have done, this is my mistake, I should have been silent and said, yes, what's the deal? But instead, I said, oh, I've been meaning to call you. So she said, go ahead. So she let me talk first, and I spilled it all. And it wasn't until after the conversation was I kicking myself, and I should have been like, what was her meaning of calling me? What was her intentions? Like, was she gonna say, I watched your YouTube video and what you said? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish
I would have let her speak first and seen how she was gonna handle it, but instead,
it's almost like
she flipped it on me and was like, so what's the problem here?
Could another parent have told her something?
She said. So
what if, like, you said something after?
I told Kiko this story, but I haven't, like, he doesn't know these full details
What
that
if
I'm
you
about to
said-
drop. So I'm going to tell you guys how I know. She knows. But there's lots of reasons she hasn't quite said, I saw your video, but she pretty much did. So she, says, so what is it that, happened? Or she kind of starts off with that, like, she turns it on me, and I pretty much just told her everything that happened in that video. And right off the back, she would come in with excuse and excuse and excuse. Example.
I hate those kind of people.
One of the things I said was, on the field trip, these girls were not given a chance to learn anything. There was no structure in place. There was no nothing, and they were just pushed through each building. She goes, so I was actually on that field trip, and my group, which she was in a different group. Our group came back 30 minutes early to sit underneath a tree. She goes, I had a lot of structure in the very beginning, and the kids just wanted to look at whales. And, it started off structure, and the kids just want to learn, and they want to observe. Like, she's like that aggressiveness to me, trying to make up an excuse. And I go, that's so fine. But they weren't even allowed to learn and observe. These little girls would stop at the fish tank, and they would be told not to touch the fish tank and to keep moving, when all the little girls are just looking in the fish tank, and they're told to just keep moving along.
All the other girls.
I go, it was so unfair. Then she explains that these little girls haven't been on a field trip in so long, and the teachers blah, blah, blah because of COVID. And then I rebutted with, well, don't you think that because of COVID, this should have been an amazing field trip for them? And because you're saying that they haven't experienced anything like this, that this is the time it should be on point. Then she explained to me that teacher that I was explaining is actually not a teacher, and she's a child, a 14-year-old girl. Which, why is a 14-year-old girl in charge of my kid out of school? She said she was using her outdoor voices because that is what she is taught at our school to do. In normal settings, she deals with the kids outside, which Ayla told me that she reads to them inside, and that she is exactly
like that
high energy. She didn't say it like that, but she was like, oh yeah, that, anyways. She goes, she was using her outside voices inside, and she just didn't know because inside all the chaos and all the girls. And I go, no. There's such a difference of being loud and then being aggressive and mean. I have children. I know the difference really well. She explained that she had other issues that I'm not going to mention because it's just not my place. And I said, then why was she put with a 4, 5, and 6-year-old? It just doesn't make sense. Why wasn't she a helper in another level? Why was she with my teacher? Then I explained that Ayla's main teacher was on her phone the whole time, no structure, wasn't paying attention to the girls, that a dad on the field trip literally said he had to stand in the back to make sure all the girls were with us because he thought we were going to lose a child, that it was just spread out, and he said he had to stay in the back. I told you guys that this is her third teacher now in 4 weeks. And she's like, there was a lot of problems, and I'm so sorry that that even happened. But the way that she is she's just, everything I said, she had a reason and an excuse.
And it was more of an excuse, though.
It was only an excuse. It was, I'm wrong, and this is what actually happened.
Yeah, then why are you feeling like that?
She had a very high energy. I did bring up some other things that I've been feeling. Like, I'd pick up Ayla, and she wouldn't have a smile on her face, and she couldn't tell me a thing that they did. Not one thing she could tell us. I don't know.
Like, what did you learn today? And she's like, yeah, I don't know.
At her new summer school, when you ask her, she tells you 25 things. 20, like, I can't even begin to tell you guys the energy shift in picking her up. It's crazy. So I was bringing up other things that had also happened, and she's like, well, you know, why did you wait for it this long? You should have let me know right away. And it's like, I didn't know what I was feeling 3 weeks ago. I had no idea the first, second, third week in. It wasn't until that field trip did it validate and it put it all together, like, whoa.
Perspective, yeah. Because
I walked into that field trip so excited. I had no idea it was going to be like that, like, not a single clue.
Yeah, I was like, Ayla's like first legit field trip, too.
We were so excited. Like, if the principal just knew the excitement on my daughter and I's face going to that field trip to leaving that field trip. Like, I was a completely different person, but...
you guys didn't even catch the bus.
I didn't know what was going on, and it wasn't until that field trip did it validate everything, and it all just came together like a puzzle, and then I pulled her out.
That was your last
And I was
day.
going to talk to her, and, you know, I talked about this with my sister, and she said, you slipped out positively, silently, smoothly. You could have marched up in there, caused a big scene, did this whole thing. That's like how my dad would handle it. Like, just, he made it loud and proud and clear. And she's upset that you silently just pulled out and walked the other way. And then she has the audacity to call me with this high energy-ness, just so, like, excuse it. I was very just, but I do want to say that the conversation ended.
Sexy, babe, when you're all amped out.
How I knew that she would give specific examples we talked for 15 minutes. Like, I look over and my sister's just like, Tamaya's like trying to break out of the stroller. It was just so sad, but I'm like, I have to take this. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But she would say things like, oh yeah, so by the way, that girl that you're talking about is not a teacher. She's a 14-year-old girl. So it's like she knew already what I was gonna say before I said it. You know what I mean? Like,
because you talked about it in the video with that?
Yeah, I explained the whole story.
Oh, it's so irritating.
I explained the entire story with them. Irritating. And she would have specific details. And she goes, and by the way, I did, because I go, her energy was just, I keep saying energy, but like, I wish I could record that conversation. It was just such, like, this lady was just coming at me with facts. And then I would come and rebuttal. It was shut down. Like, actually, no. That's not what happened. Like, when she told me, like, they would rather stop to look at the whales, I was just like, we didn't get to stop and admire anything. I said, my daughter, at no expense, should have to spend any second going to a school, an establishment, and feeling how she was feeling, whether you think that or not. And so, at the end of the conversation, she was so sorry, and she truly, like, validated, like, me as a parent. She had no right attacking me as a parent, of calling me to try and whatever her reason of trying to call me. You don't speak to a parent like that. And by the end of the conversation, I really felt that respect that I am a parent. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I would love to have Ayla back at our school one day if you can reconsider. We really ended it on, like, such a good note. So I'm not here
to say anything bad about the school,
to cause more drama, or to say anything bad about the school. I'm just here to explain that I was
in a situation.
Kind of attacked today in a very aggressive way. And I stood my ground and I knew I was in the right. I could have questioned myself, like the things and the excuses that she was giving me. I really could have sat there and been like, dang, did I overreact? But no, I fed her back. I knew what I was talking about. I was very strong on my opinion.
You're good at doing that.
I held to my standard from my original video of all my facts. I held to that standard with her of no, sorry. And I literally would say that. Like, she was like, she's using her outside voices. And I go, I'm sorry, but I know the difference between the two. And that was not. And I think she was just taken back a little, like, dang, because this is not just like a little mom. This truly is like, we'll take it to the district.
I know that personally.
What? With you and I?
No, just like, yeah, you in general. When she's like set to think like that she's right, and then she just starts like spitting her stuff, you like, you're right.
The thing about it is though, is I'm only like that when I'm passionate and I believe in myself on something, you know? I'm not gonna just be like that over something silly. It's more so.
No, but of course, something
if
that
I
you
was
believe
done,
in, no, for sure.
And I don't appreciate people, you know, walking over me. I feel like in life you really have to stand tall and proud in what you believe in. All right, well, I really like my new hat. It's gonna be so perfect for Mesa's first birthday.
I like it too.
That is officially it for my little
mega story
rant. To be honest, I wasn't going to say anything, and my dad is like my biggest subscriber, and he was like, oh, you need to update your people and let them know what happened. Like, that is not okay.
But it's just like,
look at my hat.
Baby, you look sexy.
Dude, you can't tell me.
You look sexier every other day.
I
mean, you look like you're getting more like sexier every day is what I meant to say.
I literally dress up every other day. Good vibes from here on out. I'm gonna manifest a full, beautiful year of only amazing people headed towards my way. Be you and do not let anybody tell you different. Stand tall, wear that crown extra sharp and tall and straight. And free Britney. Alright, that's officially it for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening. And I will see you all in our next video for another Sun-Kissed Day. Good night, guys.